Hello, everyone. Melissa Rodriguez here, the original founder of the group. Super excited to connect with you all, as always. I will be joined in a moment by Anthea. And today we have been talking about the power of intentions in our life. And so we thought we'd pop on and do a little power chat to share with you our thoughts on how powerful it is to be intentional in your life and to set intentions for your day, for your week, your month, your year, your life. And we wanted to go a little deeper than that even. Speaking into the power of setting intentions throughout your day, whatever you're doing. And here's Anthea now. I see we have someone joining us. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. And hello, how are you, dear?
Hi! Power of intentions. Power of intentions.
Absolutely. I was just sharing how we were going to go even deeper than just being intentional in your day, your week, your year, your life, to the power of setting intentions throughout your day in all of your experiences, right?
Yes, absolutely, Melissa. I think we spoke about this earlier on, and it's one of the most powerful things that we've both found in our lives, right? Is actually having an intention throughout your day, from the time you wake up in the morning. What do you intend? How do you intend to feel? How do you intend to think? Where do you intend to put your focus? When you jump in the car in the morning or wherever time it is, when you get in that car, instead of just getting in the car, starting it up and just going, sit and take that moment. My intention is to have a clear drive, to be free. I drive, to be able to just drive through all the green lights, be able to see beautiful scenery, to be able to have fun along my journey. And I think each segment that we actually walk into throughout our day, to set our intention. When we come home and we open the door, what's the intention for your home? How do you want to feel in your home? Before we answer a phone call, there's another thing for me, is when the phone rings, I always have my intention of how I would like my phone call to go. And when I don't do that, it can go in any direction, really. And then if I feel that it's going in a direction that I don't really want it to go, I take that time throughout the phone call to stop and think to myself, I want it to go this way. I want to have fun on this call. I want to have an uplifting conversation. I want to feel inspired. I want to inspire others who's on the call with me. So there's so many different parts, moving parts to setting intentions. It's not just, I intend to attract $10,000, that's the big picture, isn't it? But I think that bigger picture of getting to that $10,000 needs to be that in between, that we feel good and we have our intentions along the way, which then helps us attract that 10,000 quicker and easier, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about the power of alignment. And when you're aligned in your day-to-day experiences of life, living the teachings and actually practicing them, intending when you're getting a phone call, how you want it to go, and your exchanges with your children, your exchanges with your family, your exchanges with your friends. What kind of day are you intending to have at your job or your business if you're a business owner? How are you intending to experience your day to day? Have you put that much thought into it, right? Because we're either living on autopilot and just kind of repeating old patterns and habits that we've learned, or we're becoming aware and present and going within, coming back home to ourselves to actually intend how we desire to experience life day to day through the everyday exchanges.
Yes, and I totally agree with you there, Melissa. And you touched on something that I want to jump into as well, with the fact of our beliefs, and that autopilot, because things happen throughout your day and it's so easy to just go into that downward spiral, isn't it? Like something happens and it didn't feel good, and then your old stories, old beliefs come up, and you start hearing this talk going on in your mind of these thoughts that are just not congruent to who you are. They don't feel good. And if we don't stop and think to ourselves, what are these thoughts? What do these where have they come from? You know, what are they, how are these thoughts making me feel? And that's another intention you're setting for yourself, right? To intend to be aware of how you're thinking, because our thoughts are so powerful. We are energy beings. We do emanate energy 24/7. So that, you know, there's something that I learned. I mean, I'm quite a smiler. So, and I used to think before I come across the teachings that, and I didn't understand the power of intent. I didn't understand goal setting. I didn't understand what it really meant to feel good. And I used to just think by smiling, everything would be okay. And I kept on experiencing, let's put it in, bad experiences, negative experience, things that I didn't want to experience. And I couldn't understand why. And I say, why did this happen? I don't understand. Everyone calls me happy-go-lucky. That's how I was known as a kid, or as I, you know, throughout my 20s, and everyone, that's how people see me and how people knew me. And then people would say to me, I don't understand that, Thea. Like, we've seen so much horrible stuff happen, like so much negative stuff happens in your life, but yet you're so happy. And that was the outside. Inside, those beliefs, that subconsciousness that was happening, and that deep within me was not happy. And I used to hide it for myself, and I wasn't even being congruent with myself. I just thought that, you know, I can just get through this. But actually, once I started to understand that vibration doesn't lie, and it doesn't matter what's happening on the outside, it's what's happening deep within that makes the difference. That's when I was determined to work on myself and learn how to be intentional in my day, how to start feeling good, how to redirect my thoughts, how to flip what I wanted. So one of the things was, like, I used to hear people, when I'd go away abroad, people would say things like, oh, I don't want to be late, I don't want to miss my flight, I don't want to miss my flight. And then you'd hear they missed their flight. Well, flip that around. I want to be on time, because you're saying I don't want. All the universe is hearing is I do want. It's giving you what you don't want, it's giving you what you do want. So it's a matter of flipping these things and being intentional with your words, with every part of you. This is like, from beginning to the end of the day, the appreciation in between, the stopping and appreciating the moments in life, from each moment. And some people have said, that's so much work. It's like, well, yes, but at the same time, would you rather go through your day and just have anything happen, anything be attracted to you, and just not have a clue what's going to happen next, or be intentional? And when things happen, you know, you can celebrate. Like, come on, Melissa, between us two, having this deep connection between me, you, and Dr. Christina, and us three masterminding as a collective consciousness and raising our, and having those times where we sit together and we discuss and we speak forth what we want. And I heard something the other day by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he said, I'm more excited about the story of my future than I am the story of my past. And I said, oh,
definitely. That's so good, right?
Yes.
Hey, Lisa, Liza, and Adam, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Great to see you. Definitely blessings for all this week. We are talking about the power of intentions and being intentional in our experience of this life. In the everyday moments, you know, the more awareness, like Anthea's talking about, the more we claim our power, right? To be able to intend what we want, and we speak it and we see it happen in our lives. That is so, so powerful and so exciting. And you know what I wanted to share on, to add on to that, is that we cannot expand beyond where we believe we can. So the power of your beliefs, like Anthea is saying, going into those intentions, whatever you desire is possible, but believing it's possible is so key to be able to receive it.
Yeah, absolutely, Melissa. And it really is key, because, you know, so many of us do think we believe something, and then we get the opposite, and we don't understand why we're receiving the opposite. It's because it's an awareness that we haven't cleared that belief out. And this is what I love about our connection, about our masterminding together, because we're able to hear each other and understand where we're at, and give us and be able to share techniques and ways to be able to come out of this, right? And
so powerful.
It's so powerful. And like you said, it's a thing of every day. When we're speaking and it's happening, it's speaking and happening in a positive way. It's not we're speaking and we're seeing negative results, because we now have the pure energy coming from us, the pure positive energy. Well, like I said, in my past, I thought I was giving out pure and positive energy, but my belief system and my subconscious was doing something completely different. And the deep within me, that what I was vibrating was actually of fear, of worry, of doubts, of not knowing where to turn. And now I'm tooled up. I feel like I've got this toolbox full of the best tools, a tool that like a work can ask for, and I can pull out all the tools to any situation that comes around. And I've even just had something like Melissa will know that over the weekend I had a situation where I didn't really know how to handle it, and then I had to question myself, and I said to myself, hang on, you know better than this, Anthea, to fall into that way of thinking. And I caught myself of how I was thinking and how I was feeling, and I pulled out my little tools and I understood what I could use, and I used them to my advantage. I started to say to myself, Anthea, you can focus on what you think is happening and what you've just created via your thoughts and your vibrations, which is now coming into your reality. You can continue to focus on that, or you can flip this and you can say something different, and you can think something different, and you can feel different. So I decided to flip it. Now the outcome to flipping that was pure love and enjoyment and excitement. So, you know, it works. And I think we said earlier on also, this isn't something that is going to happen overnight. And like when people go to the gym and they, you know, they go in and they say, oh, nothing's happened. I've been twice now and I haven't seen a change. Well, nothing's going to happen in 2 days. It's not going to be, you're not going to see a major change in 2 days, but you carry that on, and that turns into 2 weeks, and then 4 weeks, and then 6 weeks. And I can promise you from my heart, I promise you, you will see major changes. And that intention again, before you go to sleep, even to intend to have a nice peaceful sleep and be able to think of the best things, and the imagination, right, Melissa? When you can imagine what's coming, right?
Definitely. It's because to be able to see it and believe it in our mind, we can literally see it present into our physical realities. And the power of intentions, and throughout your day, in the everyday experiences of life, as you commit to yourself on this path, living the teachings, and you practice, it becomes habit and second nature. And now we are to the point from practicing for so long that our brain naturally just goes to these new healthy ways of navigating the life experiences, and new healthy ways of seeing things, where we will take that moment to pause and reflect within, instead of react, or instead of let that one negative thought that creeps in take us on a spiral. We can see it quickly now. And that's a sign you're on your path, friends. When you can do that, when you can catch those thoughts that try to sneak in, and you can call them out for what they are and tell yourself the truth. Things are always working out for you. That life loves you and blesses you, that you are divinely guided and blessed, and that things are always working out for your best. And when you believe and think and feel in that way, it becomes your experience, it becomes your reality. And we were also talking too on exercising your faith. So the size of your faith is going to determine what you can welcome in, right? So as you exercise your faith, start with, you know, deciding to welcome a cup of coffee, or, you know, have some fun with it, right? And then as you exercise your faith and as you practice these powerful habits, just becomes your way of being. And it is so amazing to have in the toolbox for welcoming all the great stuff, for experiencing better experiences of life and manifesting those big things you desire, but I also find it such a blessing to navigate when things aren't looking or feeling good, that we
Yes.
can have this to navigate through those times as well and lift ourselves back up and lift each other back up, right?
Yes, 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 and that's what it's about, isn't it, Melissa? Because, you know, we do live, as we do have a human experience, and we do have things that show up. But when you're able to put that from your toolbox and be able to know that this is my new way, and you know, within yourself, you can turn to these things, like appreciation, like stopping in that moment and actually thinking, you know, what actually is happening right now, and what can I do to change this, and questioning, because we're not our thoughts, are we? We're not our emotions. We're separate to that. We, otherwise we wouldn't be able to hear what's happening. So we were one with it. I think it would be a completely different merge happening. So we can actually separate ourselves from that and understand that most of that is actually old stories, old beliefs, teachers, peers along the way that have spoken and told us you can't, or sit down, or don't speak, stay quiet, and you don't want to speak up because of things that have been said to you in the past, you know. But once you can start recognizing that, and there's never a better time to start with these things than now. You know, it's never too late. And I think that's what a point that I really want to put out there. It's never too late. Some people say, oh, you know, I'm too old to try and do something different. No, you're never too old, and it's never too late, because we live right now, and this is the present moment, right here, right now. And we can't live 5 minutes time now. We can do it mentally, but that's going to play out in the next 5 minutes. So let's take that back and be present and think of what we would like to see next, how we would like to feel in this moment. And this moment will determine the next moment, and the next moment, and the next moment. And then before you know it, you're living your days in bliss. And that might
Definitely.
feel really far away and really like, you know, I can't do that. Yes, you can. I can put my hand on my heart and tell you, yes, you can, because between me and Melissa, between both of us, we've had our experiences and we've been there. I remember the times where I had nowhere to sleep. I remember the times where I didn't know where I was gonna get my next bit of money from. I remember these days. And I'm completely on the other end of that now, living a blissful, happy life, and every day is joyful. I get good news all the time, and that's because of the way I program myself to be. And that took time, and that took consistency. It, you know, and it was, I wanted to live good. I'd see people smiling and being happy, and I think, how comes that's for you? Why can't that be for me? But that why can't it be for me is that victim mentality of thinking that something outside of you is in control of you. But actually, we have that full power within us to be, do, or have anything, and feel way, and choose our own beliefs. And always ask yourself, what do I prefer to believe? Whatever it is that you believe in, right? What do I prefer?
I love that.
And
How do you want to feel now? What do you want to believe now? What would feel good for you? Getting clear on what you desire and setting those intentions for your day, throughout your day, as you move through your day, for your week, your month, your year, your life. And Adam says that's an amazing perspective, Anthea, tapping into the subconscious mind to focus on the present. I love what Anthea says about the rear view mirror. Everything before this moment, it's behind us. And so this moment is where all power is. What do you desire now? Get excited for your life and start expecting great things, and set those intentions for your life. Dream, imagine, visualize, and get clear on your beliefs too. Believe that you can, and you can.
and know.
All things are possible. Yeah, absolutely. Commit to yourself. So, just recapping on some of our PowerPoints in this power chat as we wrap up, we're talking about setting intentions and the power of your beliefs for those intentions. Because we cannot evolve or expand beyond where we think or believe that we can. So faith is key. Exercise your faith and expect great things. Anything you want to add before we sign off?
No, that's it. Just expect great things, as you said, Melissa, and just be aware in your day. Just be really clear in yourself and what do you want. I think too many people look too far down the road for what they want, but actually bring it back to present. What is it today? And that today will bring you the bigger and better things as time goes on. So just, yeah, find that peace in yourself daily as much as you possibly can from where you are. And it doesn't mean you're in a place right now where you're not feeling great. There's lots of things that have happened that, like we said, it's the rear view mirror. When I drive, I look in that rear view mirror and I think, oh, that's my past going behind me. That's my future in front of me. And I want to know, what am I bringing from my past to my present to my future? And what am I bringing from my future back to my past?
Yes. Say that again. That's too good. Yes.
I don't, can I say that again? That was divinely guided. That was. So what I'm
transmuted.
What I'm seeing in my past, I'm bringing to my future, and what's been in my future, what is coming from my past. And I want to be present here, and I want to look forward and bring that forward and see what is ahead of me, what's behind me. When you're in the car, please do me a favor, anybody who's watching this, when you get in the car, even if you're not a driver, turn that thing or that mirror when you pull it down in your passenger seat, and just look and just watch everything go past you, behind you. When you look and you see it in the road, you can see it changes everything. Believe you me, it does. Just watch the past behind you and stop and say, what's coming up for the future? That's my choice. I don't care whether I lost my job, lost my business. I lost my business through COVID, completely lost my business, shut down completely. And look, I've rebuilt myself in what I really wanted to do. And then my passion, sitting here, right now, doing what I'm doing. So there's always, right now is the best time to start. Doesn't matter what moment.
Yes, absolutely. Start now. And we are just loving every step of this journey and exchanging energy together. Like, love right now. Follow your bliss and your joy right now. Get passionate about your life right now. Liza, much love to you. Thank you so much for joining us. We're actually sending a link to you to join our small private group for the Mastermind membership. And we're going to be going live in there all the time. And we're going to be doing lots of chats. We'll also be popping on live in this group a lot more. We're just having too much fun doing it, and it's just so exciting to connect with everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are just really expecting great things with and for you all. So we hope that this has blessed you, whether you're watching us live or on the replay. Thanks for joining us, and expect great things.
See you soon, everyone.